Alright, here's my Cobra Lash build after 3 days, 10 hours, and 14 minutes. The price range of all my gear is somewhere between 100 and 200 divines. I happen to have found this headhunter, hard drop, didn't even notice I had it until I went and identified everything, and I saw, wow, there's a headhunter in my inventory. That's pretty dope. That's pretty sweet. So I'm using the headhunter. I don't really like the headhunter because it's only good for mapping, and when it goes to bossing, it kind of falls apart. So I haven't done any bossing, and I don't really have any good bossing maps or content, so I'm not going to do a lot of bossing. This build is mostly for maps. So I am going to run a map, show the build real quick, and then I will go through some of the POB and all of my gear and how I've set it up. Now, it's a little dishonest right now. I wouldn't go with this much offense and this low of defense normally, but since it's just a map blaster, I'm kind of fine with the level of offense and the lack of defense. I'm kind of fine with it, especially because I'm using a headhunter. And headhunters, you know, they kind of give you a false level of defense a little bit. Just a little bit. I hate these walls. I have to get rid of all the walls because with Cobra Lash, the walls kind of fuck up your chaining, your dick chaining. And I'm gonna run definitely until I get a fortress. I think they've nerfed how frequent the fortresses come, because I do not see them nearly as often as I did early on in the league. I was getting a fortress every, like, 4 maps, it felt like, and I haven't seen one in at least 10 maps. So hopefully we get a fortress while we run in some maps here, and I can show just how bad the ass this build is in the fortress. And Cobra Lash is one of my favorite skills. If you're questioning why, and you're watching me play this, and you're like, why is Cobra Lash one of your favorite skills? You need to get some psychiatric help, because, you know, you can see this is just popping off. And I'm getting all these wild wombats. You gotta love the wombats. One of the problems with it is it's really hard to click things, because my character sometimes is so fast, or the game is broken, because I've clicked this like 100 times, and I don't know if I've already clicked it. Okay, but sometimes clicking things, it is not working. I don't know if there's too much loot on the ground and it's all filtered out through my aggressive loot filtering or what, but when I'll do something like a blight and I try to click on the blight chest, I am clicking like 100 times before it finally registers. It's pretty wild. And one of the cool things about this build is you get really fast attack speed, and then you get knocked back on crit, and you pretty much have a 100% crit chance. And it's just fire. It's just really cool. Enemies come to you, and then they just get knocked back. You push them up against the wall, and there's not much they can do about it. You know, much like that girl you knew. You know what I'm talking about? Now, any skill and any build with a 100+ div budget is gonna blast ass, and it's gonna be awesome, right? I mean, this isn't anything that special given the currency cost. You always have to take that into consideration, that I have dumped some fat stacks into this bad boy, and I think I've gotten pretty lucky on some of my gear. See, I just clicked that. I swear I clicked it. I'll have to review the tape, because I clicked that shit, and it just didn't register. And I think it's because, you know, I do crap. Mana problems are a huge deal. I have a ton of stuff to reduce. Oh, the bosses are coming. Stop talking and kill the bosses. Get away from my pump! Alright, let's watch these clicks not register for these rewards. Okay, it's just making me look stupid because those both registered just fine. See, that one didn't register. When you're at full elusive, you crack the fuck out. This character becomes virtually impossible to control because it's just so damn fast. See, I'm just knocking that guy back up against the wall. He comes to me, and then I just push him away and say, what are you gonna do about it, bitch? What are you gonna fucking do about it? You ain't gonna do shit. Go up against the wall where you fucking belong. Is this thing still fucking going, this little green guy? God damn. Give me the depths? No depths. Alright, it's cleared enough. Now, let us pause them tunes. Those are my mapping tunes. Gotta turn that shit off for my talking tunes. Let's take a look at the skill tree first. Now, I tried out the Vivid Cat. I have a whole video on it. It's vivid shit. So now, I am rocking Toxic Delivery, Mistwalker, for the jugular with the crit multi on enemies that are not on low life. That's the only one that's really that good. The other one is kind of trash, but the Culling Strike is pretty strong, and 100% crit multi on enemies not on low life is actually a lot better than I first initially thought with Perfect Agony. It's not actually that bad. It's a pretty big damage booster. And then I have this bad boy for 20% more damage where there is one enemy and 35% less damage taken when there are two enemies. Pathing along here, I'm really sad that I didn't grab these bad boys because these are really strong, especially for this 15% accuracy rating with claws, because it takes quite a bit of accuracy to get to 100%, and you want to be at 100% because if you're at 100% crit but 90% accuracy and only your crit damage is doing only your crits are doing your damage, because poisons inflict with critical strike do 20% more damage. And then, you know, this bad boy right here, you're pretty much only doing damage with your crits. So if you're at 100% crit but 90% chance to hit, you're at 90% crit, and that don't feel good. That feel like shit. Going here, grabbing the claws. I like the 10% instant leech. Grabbing this for the spell suppression while on full life. That would explain why I no longer have spell suppression. I do not need that anymore. Excellent. Because I have now grabbed 3 auras. Haste, Malevolence, and Grace. Now, the reason I was on the right spot. Malevolence is for this bad boy. Unaffected by poisons, unaffected by bleeds when impacted by Malevolence. I also got 12% chance to suppress. A 10 div, Watcher's Eye here, probably pretty lucky on the 10 div because getting double bleed, poison, and suppressed spell damage is really good. The other jewel I'm rocking, 7% life, 9% all res, 3% mono reservation, efficiency, and fire and lightning. You'll see that these jewels are pretty good. They are not bad jewels, especially this one. Corrupted blood, claw damage, cold, reservation efficiency, cold, and fire. That is a lot of really good stats. A lot of real good stats. Attacks fire additional projectiles. Here's my spell sussy. I am rocking lucky spell sussy because my spell suppression is at 90, and I was confused at why it was 90 when I was first looking at it. Spell suppression. Okay, it says 75%. I had it. It just keeps changing, right? I don't understand why it keeps changing. My spell suppression, it bounces around all over the place. Sometimes it's 90. Sometimes it's fucking... Oh. Never mind. I need that point. I'm dumb. Right. I'm trying to talk and do stuff. There. Now it's at 90. And then I'm losing 10 from this bad boy. So I had it at 100%, but because I'm no longer on full life, because I need that precision, because I don't have the accuracy, and I'm rocking the precision with a... right here, arrogance and precision, level 19, so I'm not at full life, so I need 10 extra spell suppression. I'm going to work towards allowing this precision to hit my mana pool instead of my life pool, but I need some more love. I need some more work to get that done. Now I'm grabbing all of these bad boys for reduced costs, reduced mana cost, reduced cost, reduced cost. This 10% reduced mana cost, I could grab the life one, which I might actually already be grabbing. Nope. I could grab the life one instead of this and have it cost 15% life. But even with that, like, it still kind of makes my spell suppression dip. But eventually I'm going to fix my life cost. I'll have to upgrade this amulet. But this amulet is really strong, so it's going to be difficult to upgrade the amulet. But when I upgrade the amulet, I can get a -7 to the cost of skills, which will help the extreme mana cost of my Cobra Lash. The helmet, really good spell suppression, evasion, life, rarity, double res. Excellent, excellent. 22% mana reduction for attacks, extremely important. 9% mana reservation of skills, also pretty important. The shield is the star of the show as well. 5% spell suppression. We got a pretty high block chance at 38, 15% chance to block spell damage. Socketed gems have 30% increased reservation efficiency, which is allowing me to use Grace, Malevolence, and Haste. We got 8% of damage as physical damage is extra chaos, which works well with this claw that I got, which is a tier 1, a tier 2, and a tier 3 fizz. You can do better, but this is really strong, and it was only like 1 divine. All the items this league are super cheap, so I am able to pump better than I ever have in my entire life. That 519 accuracy rating on the gloves is clutch, as well as the 18% attack speed. Very good pair of gloves here. Headhunter, not much to say there. The boots are pretty spectacular. Life, evasion, double res, 30 movement speed, and 39% increased effect of non-damaging ailments. You'll see that I also have that on the amulet. What that is doing is it's pumping up my self-chill. Self-chill by default is 10%. I'm getting self-chill from the Ice Fang of Orbit, the Winter Weave, and I am comboing that off of the Golden Rule. I'm sure you all know how that works. If not, just pop it to Google. I'm not really going to explain it. It's self-chill. It's pretty dope. Now, this bad boy, I can't believe what I got. I got this for 8 divine, right? +2 to the level of socketed projectile gems, +1 to socketed gems. What this is allowing me to do is to get Cobra Lash to level 25. When you get Cobra Lash to level 25, you get 8 chains. Right? Not 2 chains, 8 chains. And we need Awakened Void Manipulation, which gives +1 to supported Chaos skill gems. You remove that, it goes to 7 chains. We're only at level 24. You pop that in there, this goes to level 25, 8 chains. It's popping off. I am doing Nightblade, which is mandatory. Awaken Vicious Projectiles, not mandatory, but you do get +3 levels because this gives +2 to projectiles, which includes that, and then +1 to socketed gems. So we're getting +3 for this bad boy there. Awaken Void Manipulation is mandatory. Awaken Unbound Ailments isn't mandatory, but the supported skills have a 50% increased effect of non-damaging ailments applies to my self-chill. And if I remember correctly, I was at 22% self-chill, which is 22% increased action speed, which is movement speed, attack speed, and fuck speed. All of that really good. And over here, I keep my stuff that I want to be special. This is for my damage. I go to a single target. I don't fully understand how supported skills deal 46% more damage with ailments. Supported skills deal 80% less damage with hits. I don't know how you reduce your damage by 80% and then increase it by 46% and it creates more damage, but it does. Now, I kind of understand it, right? You have different stack pools. You have the hit stack and then you have the damage over time stack, and they multiply off of each other. So if you reduce your hit damage but then multiply that, it's like multiplying 2 times 2 times 2 versus multiplying 4 times 2, right? But I don't know the exact details of the map. But this is a really strong body armor. We have 85% increased damage with poisons while you have at least 300 dex, which I do. And we have 23% increased poison duration if you have at least 150 intelligence, which I do. And then also a level 10 chance to poison. This is probably best in slot for this kind of a build. If you can get the +3 to skill gems, it is creating a really powerful package here. Hitting for 130 damage on a dot build, and this pumps up to the moon as I am mapping. So I'm pretty sure I covered all of the gear that I am running. So let's go back to here. This cluster jewel, we are getting Unwavering Evil, Wicked Paul, and Unholy Grace. Unholy Grace is so much damage. 10% increased attack speed, 30% increased chaos damage. It is bonkers. Now, you could do it without the cluster jewels, and there are a ton of options you can get. I am leaving this whole life pool here blank, which is hurting me on the insides. And you can also come over here and get all this block stuff, because as you see, I got 15% chance to block spell damage and 38% chance to block. I could grab this node here, that node there, and I'm probably going to be pretty close to max spell block and max attack, which will be 65 of each. And then maybe I'll need to grab this bad boy, but this is a good thing to grab anyways, because you get a 25% chance to get an endurance charge when you block. And for my cast on damage taken, I'm using Immortal Call, which will use those endurance charge to reduce the damage dealt. Okay, and then for the other cluster jewel, we are looking at the exact same thing, because these are pretty much the only 3 options you can get. This 30% increased chaos damage, and chaos skills ignore interruptions from stun. It's kind of stun immunity, but only when you're attacking, so I don't really use it. I still get my stun immunity for my Mantheon, and when you do your Mantheon, you don't want to grab the Capture Glance, because it's 50% reduce effective chill on you, and you don't want to reduce the effective chill on you. I don't have any ailment immunity, so I'm grabbing the 60% reduced effective shock, which means I'm still pretty susceptible to ignites, and this less duration of ignites and unaffected by burning ground is probably equally as good. You just kind of have to pick which one you want to get fucked by. Do you want to get fucked by ignite, or do you want to get fucked by shock? And I think I'd rather get fucked by ignite than I would fucked by shock. Might be the wrong choice. I don't really know. You could also grab this bad boy, 3% physical damage reduction per second if you've been stationary, up to 9%, and then 2% life regeneration, because a lot of times you're just standing still throwing out your Nightblade. So that is what I am rocking. This bad boy, knock back enemies if you get a critical strike with projectiles. Really strong. Now for single target, eventually I'm going to want to get that Odello's belt. I forget what it's called. It's the Maven belt that does +1 to frenzy charges and then changes your frenzy charges to affliction charges, which affects damage over time by 8%, where frenzy charges are 4% damage. It's pretty strong. Eventually, I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab these frenzy nodes, and I'll drop this whole cluster jewel over here. This cluster jewel is just kind of like experimenting with a little bit of damage. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. 4% increased damage. 4% to all elemental resistances. 0.2% life per second with Fettle. I think that's how you say that. And that's 10% increased maximum life. 20 life. Really strong cluster jewel here. Kind of popping off. I gotta grab this bad boy for a little bit of attack damage leeches mana. I'd much rather grab these ones, but this one's 1 point and these are 2 points. And I'm pretty sure this mana is being impacted by the 10% instant leech, which is how I'm able to keep my mana going. Because if you see, you really just pump out. If you ain't pumping and hitting enemies, you are not doing anything but swinging at air. And let's just go ahead and pull in the path of building. I should have prepared this beforehand, but you know, I'm a busy man. I didn't have time. I just popped in and grabbed this shit. So we're gonna start with the. I like to do the skill first, right? Cobra Lash. Let's include that in full DPS, and then let's go to this configuration and watch it pump. We are using power charges. I do get frenzy charges, but I'm not gonna include that. I'm not gonna include the endurance charges. Onslaught I usually do have from the flask. We do have elusive. We are going to be at average. I am ignited. I am chilled. Chill effect is 22%. Number of poisons on me, I'm going to go 100 just so I can pump up my chaos resistance. Nearby enemies, let's do 1 and take a look. 3.4, and then let's do 2. That effective health pool, look at that. 45, which is extremely bad, to 69, which is not nearly as bad. That's a pretty good little pump up pool, but we'll do 1. Recently applied poisons, let's just do 20. Number of times chained. This is kind of cool. You can watch how your damage drops off as it chains. So you can see a single target damage versus right now I have 8 chains. Biggity bam. We'll keep it at no chains. Enemy on low life. A little bit of damage. We'll keep him off low life. Enemy blinded. I don't think I have a source of blind, but that source of blind would help pretty good. Pretty good. Burning. They're not burning. They are not ignited. Enemy is chilled. Actually, enemy is not chilled. Enemy is shocked. I have a little thing that shocks. I think it's for 15%, but I'll just put it 10. It's one of my hands. It runs out and throws a little shocky shock. All right, so we're looking at like 5.7 million damage. Now, if we go to these skills, we go to the tree. We make sure the cluster drills all grab. Sometimes the cluster drills don't grab. Let's go to these skills. Cobra Lash. Let's replace greater multiple projectiles with the most damaging one, which is going to be Unveiled Ailments. I mean, technically, it's Awakened added chaos damage, but I can't use that because I only want one blue socket because there's so many better green ones. So let's do Unbanned Ailments, and for single target damage, we are looking at about 8 million, which is not the best, right? It's not the best, but it's still pretty good. And with Cobra Lash, when you're mapping, I guess I'll keep it here. You can have a Cobra Lash counter, and I think 8, because it chains 8 times. When you hit a big group of enemies, and you can get, this is what it looks like for like 40 million damage when you're in a big group, and the Cobra Lashes are able to chain and hit each other. I doubt it's actually 40 million, but it's at least 20 million. And the enemies die so quickly, so you're not really often that pumped. So it's best to look at it at the 1 count. 8 million for single target. It is not bad. Not bad at all. So I think that's all you need to know about this bad boy. Now let's go back in and run some more maps and have some fun trying to find a fortress. Here is where you would want to leave, because all I'm going to be doing now is demoing the build and mapping. So I will check you guys later, unless you want to watch me run some maps and talk some shit. Run some maps and talk some shit. That's what I do. That is what I do. All right, let's hit play on them tunes, and let's just blast some maps. Actually, I remember now. They have these things. I could just fill this up with maps and then pump. Now we're going to be looking for a fortress, because this build is spectacular on a fortress. It is so good. You just stand in one spot and the chains go everywhere. It's kind of off the chain, if I'm being honest. Completely off the chain. See, I clicked that thing. Oh, rage crash. Is it network? Yeah, look at that blip. My network is so bad. Cox. Worst fucking internet provider in the planet. Look at this. 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 Look at it. 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 Look at number go big. Number go big. Number go big. I have been losing my fucking mind over my goddamn internet. I cannot wait to move the fuck out of Arizona and head back up to Washington, where you have real internet. Now in the Phoenix Metro, it has boomed in population, and their network infrastructure, it just can't keep up. It cannot keep up, and the only real provider you got out here is a piece of shit Cox, and my internet goes out all the time. You'll notice I didn't really stream much, and this is why. Unable to connect, unable to log in a server, unable to log in a server, unable to log in a server. There we go. Now I've had those motherfuckers out here like 3 or 4 times trying to, you know, resolve it, and it's just a global fucking problem, right? Their infrastructure is dog shit. So let's just take a look. Sometimes I feel like I'm being throttled or something, because if I go to like, well, that's not how you spell fast. If I go to like fast.com, a lot of times it'll be like not working. Then once it senses that you're connecting to check your speed, it will then all of a sudden start working again, right? You check your speed and it's like, oh no, I'm working fine. I don't have a problem. I don't have a fucking problem. But it does have a fucking problem. It's like, oh no, you pay for internet, but we don't want you using fucking video game internet. We want you using Instagram. That's all you get to do. Sorry, I got real fucking triggered. I will pay $1,000 a month for internet that never goes out. If there is a way to get internet that never goes out, I will pay $1,000 a month. I asked Cox. I was like, hey, can I pay you, not 1,000, can I pay you $1,000 a month to get me flawless internet? And there's no way. They're just like, oh, no, it's just this bad no matter how much money you give us. I'm like, fuck you. I can't get like a business line or anything like that. A bunch of fucking bullshit. Oh, we got the boss up here. Really good for Blight. It sucks for Blight until you get your damage up to numbers, right? Because this is a pretty low damage and it's a poison build, which means it takes a while for your damage to ramp. But once you get enough damage, it is really good for Blight. It's even really good for Blight maps. You can just stay in the middle and pump your shit all around in circles. It's pretty damn great. Should be pretty obvious why I like Cobra Lash. See me click that thing like 3 times and it didn't go. Could be that I do a crack, and you know, the crack gets me all jumpy, right? A barrel chambers. Barrel, do a barrel roll. My little bro was saying he was playing on controller and it has a button that just picks up all the loot. And, you know, as an old man, I'm getting like arthritis, and I can only click so many times before shit hits the fan. And I would really like just an auto. Just picks up everything. You just set your loot filter, and then it'll pick up everything that's not on your loot filter. I mean, that is within your loot filter criteria, and that way you don't have to click anything, because I really hate picking up shit. Like, I don't want to pick, I want to just auto pick that up. Picking up stuff isn't really part of the gameplay mechanic, and I have a little bit of PTSD from Diablo 2. Diablo 2 doesn't have individualized loot that only drops for one player, so it's a fucking race to pick up loot. And you know, I'm usually blazing, so I got a little bit slow reaction time. So whenever I play multiplayer in Diablo 2, I never get the loot. Everybody else picks up that loot. That and the fact my internet's down half the damn time. Oh, I have to charge it. Okay, let's charge it. God damn it. It is so hard to click things with this build. Well, I didn't talk about an important part of the build here, so let me pop in and give a little word. Character? No, I always forget what button. Alright. Another thing that's pretty important is this bad boy. Overwhelming Malice on my medium cluster jewel. Overwhelming Malice gives you a 10% chance to gain Holy Might on critical strike. What Holy Might does is converts everything to chaos from physical, which is pretty good. You know, you get some double dipping over here because you... Get out of here, you piece of shit. You get some fizz and chaos, so it turns this from 10% to 20%, so you get a little bit of double dip, but the most important part is you have a 25% chance to apply Wither on hit. I have no clue how to tell how many Wither stacks I'm getting, but I imagine when I'm popping off and I have that really fast attack speed, it's probably 15 Wither stacks, right? I could do a calculation based on attack speed and all that shit, but I don't want to. I'm just going to assume it's 25. And then Wither is a huge damage multiplier for chaos damage. You're definitely going to want to try to get a way to get Wither. Another way you can do it is a jewel that gives you Wither whenever you cast Despair. I was using that, but I no longer need the jewel. I still have Despair on. I rarely cast it. No fortress. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why am I dying? Why am I dying? Why is shit blowing up all over me? See? Perfect for the League mechanic. Absolutely perfect for the League mechanic. This build has been a treat. It has been a delight. I have had a blast playing it. Normally by week, at the end of week 1, I'm already moving on to my second build, right? But this build has just been so fun that it might be the only build I play this league, because I just fucking love playing it. You pop in here, and it is just a good fucking time. In terms of the fisties, what fist I'm using this bad boy, which is gonna give me shock. Alright, little dude runs over, shocks. It shocks for like 15%. It's pretty great. And then this guy gives me endurance charges when I'm at low life, which kind of combos off of the Immortal Call. And it is kind of awkward to use. I love the fucking packages, man. UPS comes and just drops this shit off. Little Amazon order of loot. It's fucking great. I get all kinds of good shit out of this. I don't want to pick that shit up. Elusive still is very... You see how slow I'm going? It goes from like slow to extremely fast, and it kind of sucks. Elusive is pretty bad in the sense of like a play style, because you're like zooming and then you're not zooming, and there's no stability, right? It's all just fucking chaos. And I never read any of those. It's too much reading. What I'll do is I'll just hit it, and if I can't kill him, then I'll run away. But usually I can kill him. But there's like immunity to poison, and then block is kind of an asshole sometimes. So if I can't kill him, I'll just run away. It's far better than reading, right? Reading sucks. Fuck that rainbow. No one wants to read the rainbow. Oh, look at me picking up all this shit. I fucking hate it. Auto pickup. Come on. Give me auto pickup. Let me play like a pure fucking degenerate crackhead. Running around, killing shit, and having everything get auto picked up. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Why the fuck not? Oh, we're down here. Did I kill the boss? Oh yeah, this is Ashwood, so the boss always fucking hides. There he is. Now, Dying Sun, I don't remember being... it's always a little bit pricey, but it was 4 Divines, and I was like, oh, it's going to go down in price as more people get Dying Suns. It bumped up to 7 Divines, so I had to pay 7 Divines for this sumbitch. But it is pretty good. Now, one thing you can do... dying. Forgot how to breathe for a second. One of the things you can do with Dying Sun is not use multiple projectiles, right? You can swap out this greater multiple projectiles for Awakened Deadly Ailments and still pop off pretty fucking hard. Because Dying Sun will allow you to actually get more projectiles, and it will be more than your standard Toozer. So I'm going to run this whole map with Awakened Deadly Ailments, and it's going to work just fine. It's not going to be as cool, it's not going to be as flashy. What is that, F2 to pop those off? But when the Dying Sun's up, it's still pretty good. And hopefully we get some bosses, some like beyond bosses to pop up, so I can show the single target this way. And you just zoom to keep your Dying Sun up. Come on, click on it. And this way the bosses will just get dumpstered. Get away from the pump! Okay, maybe they won't get dumpstered. I'm too afraid of dying here to dumpster the bosses like I want to. Sometimes these guys get hyper aggressive and just jump around and fuck your shit up, but I got it done. I got it done. Why do I have a hole in the ground over there? Ooh, Starfall Crater. I was asking for a boss, and look what I got, a fucking boss. Look at that Nightblade. Watch it pump. You ready? Oh, I'm gonna get my pump. Look at me get my pump on. Look at me get my pump on. running out of mana like crazy. I'm out of health potions. Not the best for single target. But it gets the job done. I really hate that bosses have invisibility phases. They should get rid of that. No one likes it. Let me hit the boss 100% of the time. You're wasting my crack, right? If I'm not able to attack, I'm not able to crack. Can't catch me. You can't catch me. He can catch me. Get Culling Strike, punk. I ain't got shit for leveraging. Look how slow that's going up. Unless that's part of the map. Mods. Got a bunch of ore. Did you drop any items? What a loser. Fucking loser. Give me some items. My dick's asleep. I always sit on my dick when I play, because that's just the best way to do. I don't really know where to... I click that. You saw me click it. You saw me fucking click that shit. Click, 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 click. I mean, that might have been a... Nope, wasn't a latency thing. Just the game, it don't like to click sometimes. Fuck it. They don't want me to pick up that stack deck. I ain't gonna pick up that stack deck. Yeah, I have a few minor problems that prevent this build from being, like, amazing. And the mana is one of them. Now, I was using Life Tap for a while, but you just lose so much damage doing Life Tap, and it does really fuck up your life. And as you saw, I don't have great life regeneration rate. So, Life Tap actually fucking hurts like a bitch. It drains your life so quick. Come on, fortress. We need a fortress. We need a fortress. What? Why did my mouse all of a sudden slow the fuck down? What's going on? Oh, I think I accidentally hit the mouse speed button. My mouse is all out of control now. Oh, get me back to the right speed. Get me back. Nope. There it is. I have a button on my mouse that changes the speed on the fly, and sometimes I accidentally hit it when I'm spazzing out trying to click an item to pick up, and it's not letting me pick it up. And then I just start hitting every button that I own. You know, eventually one of these buttons is going to allow me to pick something up. Eventually. Come on, give me a fortress. I really haven't gotten a fortress in at least a dozen maps now. I was getting them every, like, 5 maps. And I think this thing is a headhunter buff that teleports me. And I fucking hate it. Makes me dizzy, gets me motion sickness. I'm just sitting here trying to live my life, right? I don't want your life like it's fucking Varsity Blues and shit. And then all of a sudden it's teleporting me around. I don't like it. Stop it. Get some help. Give me a fucking breach boss. I need some bosses. I'm running fucking single target. Give me a breach boss. Ooh, wombat. You gotta love the wombat shit. I kind of feel like they nerfed the wombat shit too. I was getting dope ass gear from the wombat, and then all of a sudden it just kind of... I haven't really got anything good from the wombats in a bit. Oh, there we go. We got a boss. Get dumpstered, you little bitch. Oh, you dead? You fucking died? You're a loser. And I am a juicer. Let's look for the boss. Yes, sir. No bosses. I usually don't do a double stack of the blue stuff because that's 2 things you have to read to see if you can handle the mods. And you know me, reading is the biggest enemy in this game. There's no enemy, there's no villain more villainous than words. You gotta fucking try to read when you're cracked out, trying to fucking loot and map. They make you stop and read shit? Nah, they need icons or something. They need some visual cues instead of words, because fuck words. Fuck words. Oh, nope, I don't need a map. I got it in here. Come on, big bucks, big bucks. No whammies. I'm aging myself there, right? Right? Anyone know what I'm talking about? Big bucks, no whammies. Lesser, let's try some lesser multiple projectiles. Lesser multiple projectiles will give you 2 additional or 3 additional projectiles and very low damage, negative damage multiplier. For the lesser, you're looking at a 4% less projectile damage, and you still get +3 on this, so it's a level 3. I could go buy a level 21 and there'd be a level 24. It'd be pretty great, but that's work. Lot of work for a little bit of gain, so I haven't done it yet. I've done a couple of corruptions, and so far I've missed on them. I think lesser projectiles is the way to go, especially if you have Dying Sun. The damage ratios plus the projectiles is a good ratio. The other one looks cooler. It's more like spastic, because you just have fucking claws going everywhere. But in terms of balance, this is probably the best one. Especially because a lot of times the projectiles get so wide that you're missing with a lot of your ones on the side, and it's only really good in really dense scenarios. But my damage is so high that those dense scenarios are a lot rarer and rarer. Wombat! Got an ancient wombat on that bad boy. You would think that New Zealand development company wouldn't want to put wombats in their game, because those are like fucking Australian and shit. I don't think New Zealand has wombats. Fucking machine gun. Let's try to hit this button. Let's try to hit this button. Come on, come on, come on, come on, go faster. Don't make me waste my headhunter machine gun. Let's meme it up a little bit more with the grater. Tornado of pain. Just fucking damage dumping. Just fucking damage. We are looking at 1 million just raw deeps. We're probably cooking like, I don't know, 50 million deeps, maybe even hitting poison cap or some shit. Just fucking, the headhunter buff dropped. I hate these fucking bubble people. No one likes Bubble Boy. Nobody likes Bubble Boy. Mr. Gyllenhaal. It's kind of funny how these fucking theater nerd actors somehow, like, get perceived as being anything other than dorky theater nerds. Like, Edward Norton, just a fucking dorky theater nerd, and then he does American History X and Fight Club, and all of a sudden people think he's some kind of tough guy, when really he's just a fucking twink. And the same with Mr. Gyllenhaal. Goes from playing Donnie Darko and Bubble Boy to that boxing movie, Southpaw. Good boxing movie, but you know, he ain't no fucking tough guy. And then there are some tough guys, like I think Hardy, whatever his name is. I think he does like underground MMA and shit. Really? No loot? That's just rude. Now I did something behind me deliberately, and we're gonna go take a look. I blasted some people with poison, and then I ran away, and we're gonna go back and see if they're dead. And there was a little, Harbinger that I left in the back, and I want to see if, you know, I killed enough of them. It's still probably pumping. Harbinger is a little bit annoying because it causes a stoppage in the map, but Harbinger is fantastic for early on because it'll give you all the low-level currency, and for me, I like to get a big old fat stack of that low-level currency early on, so then I never have to worry about it. Oh, we got a fucking Beyond boss. I can't see him because of my knockback, but he's in there somewhere getting fucked up. There he is. So while my my build is a little bit dishonest with its defensive layers, right? Because I just don't have enough life, and my block chance and my evasion's pretty low. My evasion's at 62%, and my block chance is 38%, and my spell block is 15, and my sussy is 90 with lucky. But it seems to work out, right? I'm about to level up, and I am currently level 94, so it's good enough. Come on, let's go Fortress. Let's go Fortress. We are getting pretty close to the 1 hour mark. That's how long I typically make my videos. I don't like to go more than an hour because, you know, people got real short attention spans, and who the fuck wants to watch a dumbass play a game for an hour long? But I think a lot of the people that watch the whole hour of my videos, they got porn on the side, right? So they're jerking off to porn while watching my videos, so it's kind of like they're jerking off to me, and I like that thought. Bunch of fucking gooners. We all know that POE players are just natural born gooners, right? They just got their goon dungeon. They got their goon forearm. Fucking Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye the Goon Man. Fuck, man. I forgot who said, I think my brother said it. We were just fucking hanging out, and he's like, man, no, it's my cousin. We were just fucking watching TV, and I was like, what are you watching? He's like, oh, I'm just watching some Goonie Tunes, and I lost it. Goonie Tunes. Funniest fucking thing ever, man. It's like Looney Tunes, but Goonie Tunes? Oh my god, that was such a fucking clever phrase. And, I always forget that Goonie Tunes is a thing until I say the word goon, and then I remember. Then I always have to try to find Goonie Tunes, and then it makes me think that maybe one day I'll create a little, comic strip that's Goonie Tunes, and it's, Looney Tunes characters that are all gooners, and it's just funny. It'll be in the vein of like Moral Oral or home movies. You guys have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. You guys don't know the fucking glory days of Adult Swim. Give me a breach boss. No fortress, no breach boss. I really need the fortress, and I don't like to use editing software because I ain't got time, right? I'm an old man, I got a full-time job and a fuck ton of responsibilities in life, so I only get like 16 hours a day to game. It's just not enough time to be able to open up video editing software to fucking merge videos together. Nah, fuck that noise. Now you can use returning projectiles. I don't think I have it on me. Maybe I'll go grab it after this. But I'm not sure returning projectiles is really that great for this because you have to sacrifice so much in order to get returning projectiles. You have to sacrifice a big old damage chunk just to get one additional hit when your claws already chain, right? They're already off the chain. Here, non-damaging ailments are reflected back on me. I will take that every day. with that 22% reverse chill. Got that fucking teleporter again. So goddamn annoying. If I wanted to play Flicker Strike, I'd fucking play Flicker Strike. Might be time to sell this Headhunter and start a new build. Next build I try is probably gonna be a Caster Assassin using that crit stuff. Don't fucking run. Why are you running? Do you know the way? They must know the way if they're running. Can't even, there you are. Can't even fucking see shit. Blight sack. Now, I haven't really tried any super difficult content. I've mostly just been running T16 and 16.5. But after this, I'll run a T17 because they're just not going to give me a fortress. They've turned off fortresses for me, which is disappointing because I like fortresses. I don't want them to turn off the fortress, but the fortresses have been turned off. I think this boss is a bitch, so let's do Awaken Deadly Ailments, and let's just come on her. Get them Goonie teams. Pretty sure I am out of maps. Identify. Sell items. Are you a good roll? Are you a good roll? That's not bad, not bad. Let's see. I usually typically will charge them up. I've only gotten, oh my god, so many abominations. Let's see what we got here. Critical strike, that's great. Monster damage, not so great, but that should work. Concentrated ground, that's going to give them regen. I should have enough damage, but that's going to be a problem for the bosses. Elemental weakness, that'll hurt, but that should be fine. Monster life, monster damage, power charge, chaos resistance, elemental resistance, less accuracy. That seems fine. What do we got? Maps, currency. I haven't run these in a while, so I'm just gonna grab just some quick scarabs here. Let's do more. Let's do monsters. Let's do more monsters. Let's do more monsters. Let's do rare monsters have additional modifiers. Oh, there, we're pumped up. Just to make it interesting, right? We're not going to get a lot of currency out of this, but it'll be interesting. And let's do lesser projectiles. I think that's going to be the best ratio of projectiles to damage. Let's see. Global chance to blind. Am I immune to blind? I think I am immune to blind. Yeah, let's get that one. Final boss gives greater whatever. Can you get fortresses in T17s? That'd be pretty wild. Assuming it's scaled to T17 damage. It's so fucking hard to control sometimes. And like if you're holding down the button and you move your thing, sometimes it doesn't move. It like locks on or something. It's just a little bit hard to control sometimes. With the headhunter, shit gets a little whack. I want to make sure all the walls are gone so they can rush me immediately. I think the walls are to help melee characters so all the enemies don't rush you at once, but you know, it's rush season, so we want them to rush. Still goes enemies back there. Come on, come get it. Come get it, boys. I want a gangbang. Come get it. Come fucking get it. Everyone's invited to the gangbang. Everyone is invited to the gangbang. Look at me just controlling the board. It's like a fucking blue-black deck in Magic the Gathering. I got board positioning and control. I'm pretty sure it's everything viable. I mean, it better be with the amount of investment that I put into this. If it's not everything viable, then I had done something very wrong. Very, very wrong. And this build is really good at having just a very strong upgrade path. You just do tiny little incremental upgrades, and it feels so good. It just feels so damn good. I've been pumping this for a week, and every day I'm able to just pop a little new upgrade here, pop a little new upgrade there, and it just feels better and better and better and better, and I'm kind of addicted. Oh, I hate when they fucking do this, man. They'll just put one little fucking bastard over here on the side, and they'll spawn a boss that can't be slowed down, and he'll just run and punch your shit right off. Oh, start this bitch. See, look at this boss right at the beginning. Sometimes they'll have a fucking bubble, or they'll do these fucking weeds, so I can't even hit that shit. I am getting very nervous. See that pump? Look at that. It's fucking bullshit. A bunch of fucking bullshit. Nothing I can do with that, especially with the poison build. Just a wasted pump. It's like going to the gym and getting that good pump and there's no ladies there, so you're just flexing to a bunch of dudes. Wasted pump. Or maybe that's what the pump's for. Stop dropping your balls on me, dude. Stop, drop, and roll, man. I don't remember what boss this is. I'm not good at any of these bosses, so I probably won't be able to clear the boss. It'll be a 6 portal defense thing, which is great, because I think I'm about to level up. I didn't even think about going into P17 at, like, almost leveled up range. Oh, look at that. Level 95. I don't typically care. Once I get to like 94, 95, I don't care about going any higher. It's just so much work to level up. And I play like a fucking madman, so deaths are very common. I'm a big fan of the 6p defense. How much defense do you got? I got 6 portals, bitch. Oh no. Got the teleporter. I got the forced flicker strike. Forced flicker strike. Oh, I'm so slow. I'm so slow. Large physical damage or allies deal extra physical damage. Where the fuck am I getting that from? Is that Headhunter? I mean, I don't do any physical damage. Unless it does a straight pump and it converts to chaos. But you can see this, oh, that's life tap. There you go. Unholy Might is a little skull guy. Where am I heading, dog? I missed somewhere. There's an offshoot. Oh, it's up there at the top. There's still 50 monsters left? Where are them stragglers at? Where are my stragglers at? From the front to back. Oh, look at this fucking dog shit, slow shit. Downside of Elusive and Nightblade. $33 monsters left. Alright. Cleared enough. Cleared enough. Now let's watch me die to this boss. It's actually pretty good for this boss because Cobra Lashes can chain off of each other. It's actually easier to fight multiple enemies than it is a single enemy. And obviously you could just put on like Mamba, right? If you want to do bossing. But Mamba's not a projectile skill. So you might want to, you know, throw on like a Covenant. Or, oh no! We all saw that happening. We all saw that coming. Are they fucking healing? Ouch. And here's where I fall apart. As soon as I die, it's just a snowball, right? We're gonna snowball, a cascade of pain. And my chaos resistance is pretty shit unless I got a lot of poisons on from the golden rule, and I can't get a lot of poisons. Oh yeah, it's just gonna pop in and die, pop in and die, let's pop in and die, let's pop in and die, let's pop in and die. This is where the defenses, being dishonest, come into play. And I can't fucking aim for shit. And having shit mana resources is pretty bad. 'Cause I'm not hitting, so you know, look at this bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Bunch of fucking bullshit. Let's just put this lesser. I can't really aim properly, so let's put that on. We're gonna do less damage, but you know we'll see if we can get this done. I don't think I'm able to get this done. I don't find these to be skill-based. I find these to be focus-based. You have to memorize what the bosses do and then just fucking run around like a fucking spazoid, or just get unkillable defenses. I don't like the ideology behind these really difficult bosses like Ubers. Maybe if I was like 18 and needed to prove myself through video games, it would be cool. But I'm not 18 and I don't need to prove myself through video games. And I can't even see. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. There's just so much chaos. I think it's dog shit. I think all of these bosses for these T17s are all the dog shit. I hate them all. None of them are fun. None of them are good. Yeah, I can't even see what the fuck's going on. Great. Excellent. I don't think... Ooh, money. Money! Anyways, that's the build. That's Cobra Lash all cracked out. We didn't get to see a fortress with it, and this is where it really shines. It really shines in the fortress department. That's that. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I will check you guys later. Hope you liked my Cobra Lash.